Hey, y'all doing? This is Chuck from Styrene Bender's Garage. And what we got going on here? We got a couple of 32 Ford coupe or Fords that are being built. One's a 5-window coupe and the other's a Roadster. Now, a couple of things we got going on with it is the 5-window here. Took in, chopped the top on it. I got a 3D printed grill that you can see through. Everything I took in, scratch built the radiator for it. Well, I used the top and bottom from the kit radiator and then, made it so that the wet mesh from Detail Master is in there. The grill. Come on. Yeah, anyhow, it's 3D printed. It's made so you can see through it. That's not going to work, as it sits too high on the front of the 5-window. So from Model Car Garage, I took and I got this grill. It's got a 4-inch chop to it. Got a 6-inch chop, but that's a little bit too low, so I'll be going with the 4-inch chop. I've got the chassis and everything all painted on this and realized that the motors that I had, ain't none of them going to work on it without having to cut up a bunch of stuff and moving some different stuff around. I didn't want to do that, so I ended up with the kit. Took and painted it this Harvest Gold color. I got the distributor here. It's all drilled out and ready to go on. I'll run some wires and stuff for it, and I got some 3D aftermarket carburetors to go on them. Kit carburetors leave a little bit to be desired. Anyhow, now onto the Roadster. This one is going to be built pretty much stock, and this is, or box stock rather, not stock. But this is one of the motors that I tried in it to take and see if it would work, and it's lined up so that the motor mounts are different on it than what's from kit to kit. They're just a little bit different. It sets too far forward in this chassis, and I can't get the supercharger belt on. Now, so I decided to go ahead and build this up as a Roadster. Now this kit here. This is the one that I'm working on. This is another one I had just grabbed for the box. The kit itself was one I had in bags. Now, with this one here, this kit is the same thing as this kit, except for they put a Duval windshield, gave you a different set of headers, and changed a couple little things on it. But it's basically the same kit. Now, I don't know if you can see it on here. On the real car, the one-to-one car, they used the stock firewall, but they had to take and cut out a relief on it. Well, the kit just uses the stock firewall. They never put a relief into it. When I built this kit itself a while back, I ended up having to put a relief in there, and I'm going to have to do the same thing on here. Now, I'll be using a different size in this. I need a little bit bigger size, but half of that, or between a quarter and a half of that, will take and make the relief for that distributor put in there. If you do, or if you don't put the relief in there, the distributor don't fit into it. And if you look on the box here, it's hard to see, but they never put the distributor in the kit that they built for the box. It's just not there. So building a model of it and you want it to make, look somewhat realistic, you got to put that relief in there. Again, there's a picture of the real car, and you can barely see it, but there is a little bit of, where you can see where he did a little bit of metal forming on there. But if you check out the videos that when he was building this, you can see on there where he takes and cuts out that relief for that distributor to fit up in there. So anyhow, that's what we're working on. That's what we got going. This engine here, I took in kind of hard to see, but I got boots on here from MCV products onto the distributor as well as for the spark plugs. And I got I'll be using the headers, actually the headers that went with the original kit. I'm using them, and I'll blue them up like they've been heat blown, or yeah, I messed myself up and got all kinds of screwed up here. But anyhow, I'm heat stressing them, or making them look like they're heat stressed. But that's where we are right now. The red you see on the chassis is the color that I'll be painting the body to. And what that is, this is a red nail polish that has like a gold pearl to it. Looks kind of neat when you hit it with the right light. I don't know if you can see the gold in there or not. I'll have to look at it when I get it on the computer. That's the projects that I'm working on right now. Again, on the 5 window, this body has been channeled down onto the chassis, front and back, and it's, grab that. Got a different stance to it. And like I said, these Edelbrock carburetors will be going on it. So, ought to look pretty good when it's all said and done. The paint that's on there is Sensual Blue from Tropical Glitz. I took and I painted the bottom half with a silver base and the top half with a black base. Give it a two-tone effect. But it's the same blue over both bases. The Roadster, there's no base, it's just straight over the primer. I don't know, you have to follow along and see where I go from here. Alright, now y'all have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.